What's up, family? If it's your first time checking out the show, let me know what city, what state you're coming in from. If you're outside of the US, let me know what country you're representing. It's very important that you let me know. I am going to go in on this subject first, and then I'll come back and check the comments, starting in the super chat. If you want to skip the line, you can jump into the super chat, family. Smash those likes up, smash the likes up, smash the likes, smash the likes, smash up the likes, put it in their face, share the video, comment. I see Miss Michi is on moderator duties. Y'all welcome Miss Michi to the show. Appreciate you as always. So going right into it, family, we got this dude, this cop, and sometimes I like to say dude, especially when I don't really have any respect for him. So we got this cop. I don't know where he's from. Wherever he's from, he needs to go back. But there's a viral video of a cop harassing a couple of brothers. He is clearly just harassing the guys. There's a guy who was waiting for a friend when he noticed the cop watching him from a few yards away. So he started live streaming on Facebook. He's like, man, we got this cop watching us, you know we're gonna try something, right? So the cop is just, sitting on the other end, sitting in the car in a parking lot, just watching him, staring at him. And the dude is like checking, make sure he say, yeah, my license is good. I got my registration is good. I'm good, everything good. So he even goes and checks it. He even pulls out a couple of extra tail lights and say, I even got extra tail lights. I'm good. So the cop is parked about 200 feet away or so. And the guy's friend gets back in the car, and the police officer walks up to him. I mean, just as arrogant as you can think of one that might be. He's just super arrogant, starts asking him for ID. And he's yelling at the dude, the driver. And he's like, man, what you yelling at me for? Then he asks the passenger for an ID. Passenger's like, man, I ain't got no ID. You know me. And so he's like, trying to talk to the guys, and the guy's like this. The guy, you can tell, is really upset. So he's like, "Man, why you harassing me? Am I being detained?" And he's like, "Yeah, at this time you're being detained." And so he's trying to talk to him. The guys are kind of like talking at the same time, talking over each other. He's like, "You know what? Get out the car." And he's like, "What? What do you mean get out the car? Am I being detained?" So he looks around in the car like, you got stuff hanging from your mirror. You can't have that. So the dude's like, man, are you serious? You detaining me because I got this bulb hanging from my rear view window, a rear view mirror? He's like, yeah, get out. So once he gets the driver out of the car, he starts going in on the passenger, calls him by name. Michael, what are you doing around here? He starts asking him questions about his dating life. What are you doing around here? And Mike is like, what do you mean? What are you talking about? He's like, yeah, what are you doing around here? Mike is like, man, this is a free country. I can go anywhere I want. He's like, sure you can, but you're supposed to be around here. The dude is like, man, do your job. And he's like, what about what are you over here to see? Kaya? Are you you dating her or whatever? What are you doing around here? Just asking this dude all kinds of irrelevant questions, talking about to Kaya, calling the girl by name, like, are you here to see Takaya? This dude, I mean, it's a very clear case of somebody stretching their authority. a police officer going too far. This is nothing, you know, but a case of abuse of authority. And these guys should make sure that they do something about it. You can't just sit back and let stuff like this happen. These dudes really have that slave catcher mentality. Like, where you going? It's a free country, but stopping folks for nothing. Where you going? Where you been? Who did you go see? What you have for dinner? You know, they want to know all of these personal questions about people that ain't got nothing to do with nothing. Unless someone is being detained for being a suspect for a crime, they should not be stopped and harassed by the police like that. But they see you moving around, and in their mind, you're out of place. You're out of your place. They want to know, because in their mind, they own the streets. So if they see somebody on the street that they don't like, they just harass you. It ain't got nothing to do with committing a crime. It ain't got nothing to do with public safety. It's all about their ego and what they see, what they don't like. And sometimes they pull people over because they just being nosy and they just want to see who in the car. They do that a lot. They see a pretty girl riding by. I'm gonna pull her over and act like she crossed the line, she did something, you know? Because if they want to, they can find any type of reason, any kind of stupid reason to pull you over. So after all of that, they get a guy a citation for obstructed view. He gives the guy a citation for obstructed view and then sends him on his way. Cold game, man. They need to make sure that they follow through with a lawsuit. They may not get too much done going to the police department, filing, asking his colleagues, his co-workers to file a complaint against him, because they got to give you the paperwork and then they have to file the paperwork. So pretty much asking them to investigate themselves. But if nothing else, you pile on this dude's record. You just pile on his record, because I'm sure he have other cases where he's been harassing people, because he's a petty ass dude. And if he did that to them, and as calm and cool as he did it, well, you know, he's done it many, many times. He probably every single day he goes out, he probably just does stuff like this because he feel like he owns the streets, and he do it because he can. It's not like, instead of them out there fighting crime and looking for real killers and robbers and rapists and people that's really committing crimes, they're out here just messing with people. They're out here just harassing people. They're out here making up crimes. If you ain't did nothing, they pull you over, harass you, irritate you to the degree that they start pulling you out the car, and you're like, man, why y'all pulling on me? Soon as why you pulling on me, or do any kind of motion like this where you backing up or something, resisting arrest. And if they fall while trying to tackle you to the ground, and then next thing you know, that's assault on a police officer. If they bust you in your mouth and scrape their knuckle, that's assault on a police officer. That's the way they get down. They got way too much protection, bro. They're overprotected. They're overprotected to the extent that that they're able to get away with crimes. They're able to commit crimes against the public and get away with it because they're overprotected. You still have people out here who, just because somebody is a police officer, they believe everything that comes out of their mouth. That is, until something happens to them or one of theirs. And then next thing you know, it's lock them up and throw away the key. But as long as the police is harassing those people, as long as they're killing those people, then everything is cool. That's the way they get down. Let me jump over here into the chat and see what y'all saying. Miss Libra, look at you. I see you showing off. Appreciate you. Anthony Jackson, new member to the channel. What's up, Ant? Mac Pro Me says we need more Christopher Donners. Deborah S says police are as crooked as politicians. Resistance I have witnessed says watch Eric Gardner. Says he can't breathe only to hear resist. Exactly. While they beating you, stop resisting, stop resisting. Your hands behind your back, you cuffed. Boom, stop resisting, stop resisting, stop resisting. Pull out a gun, boom. Hands behind your back and everything. You might even have your cuffs on, but you somehow, they found a way to put a bullet in you and was able to get off scot-free. Not even get indicted in many cases. Octavia says, sounds like somebody stalking the girl. He doing something. He doing something. How are you gonna just sit around somebody's house and watch who's going out of there, going in and out of that woman's house? What is it your business that who's going in and out of that woman's house? It's like he's sitting around and trying to scare off dudes from coming into the house so he can get at the chick. See, Mike gonna have to be careful because if he don't get at Mike directly, he might get one of his boys to step in for him. Fernando Gonzalez says, my son is in prison right now because he turned away from the cop to spit and a piece of saliva landed on the cop's shoe. Assault on a police officer, 5 months in state jail. You see what I'm saying? That's overprotected, bro. That's over. Damn, it's like, reminds me of these damn football players, these damn quarterbacks in the pros. They're overprotected. You can't even get off on a quarterback now. They quarterbacks ain't nothing now, man. You used to be able to break a quarterback up, boy, if he got caught slipping. If you didn't go get protected, you was able to knock his head off. Now you hit a quarterback anywhere near the head, man. Oh man, they about to kick you out of the league. What's up, Rashida? I see you. So family, if you're just joining, so we got this cop, I don't know where he's from, but he's a part of a viral video. He is harassing these guys who stopped to visit a girl that the cop knows. And actually the cop also knew the passenger who was in the car. Passenger's buddy was waiting on him when he spotted the cop lurking, trolling, stalking, watching him. And so he sees what's happening. He can tell, he's like, okay, the cop's turning around, he looking, he watching me, he's stalking me. I'm legit, but let me pull out my phone and start live streaming this thing so I can have me some evidence, so I can show the world what a sucker look like. So he's filming the whole time. And sure enough, the cop finally makes his way over there, starts harassing the dude, asking the dude about, where he's coming from, and all of this silly stuff. And he pulls the guy out the car because he says that the guy has some stuff hanging from his rearview mirror, which happens to be a bulb, right? That's still a citation. That's just a citation. He shouldn't have to get out of the car, right? And be detained for having an obstructed view. But he pulls him out of the car, puts him in the squad car. I think he put him in the squad car. I'm not sure if he had him standing outside, but the driver goes out of the frame. He's out of the frame. And we see the passenger conversating with the cop. He pulled him out so he can talk to the passenger directly in private. And he's talking to the passenger. He's like, yeah, Michael, calls the passenger by name. Yeah, Michael. Yeah, you here to see a cab? Like, yeah, man, you know who I am. You know what I'm for, He asking the passenger for ID, but he already knows who the passenger is. So anyway, he's just asking the passenger about his personal love life. Like, you here to see this, and what you doing over here, and all this stuff. Dude, like, man, it's a free world. It's a free country. Why are you sweating me? So he couldn't find nothing. So he ends up giving the guy a citation for obstructed view. I don't see how the damn view was obstructed. The rear view mirror is up here. There's a bulb about this long hanging from the rear view. You got all of this window to see. If that bulb is an obstructed, if that bulb obstructs your view, well, so does your stickers that go on your car, your registration sticker. That was bigger than that bulb. That took up more space than the bulb. But that's how they do, man. If they want to holler at you, they want to get at you, man, they can get at you for anything. That's why I say they got way too many damn laws out there. It's way too many. And the laws are not to protect the people. The laws is to get the money. It's a paper grab. You dig what I'm saying? Billy Ray Valentine, what's up? Overseer, exactly. New age slave control. That's all it is. They just be pulling people over for nothing, man. Harassing folks. Like people ain't got enough to worry about already. Yeah, I'm with that. My man said we must take authority away from the police. I agree. They need to have all of their authority stripped. They need to start over. Okay, we starting fresh. Okay, this is what your duties are, and this is what we expect you to do. Step outside these lines, your ass is grass. Bottom line, they got way too much authority. And also the police unions need to be dismantled, because a big part of that, a big part of their protection comes from those police unions. They'll team up and they'll click up on you, man, and go after the prosecutor and go after the mayor, and they'll go after anybody that opposed the police. Those unions are way too strong. They allow those unions to get way too strong, similar to the way they've allowed school boards to become way too strong and the teachers' unions to become way too strong. These teachers unions are way too strong. That's why you have so many bad teachers. Well, part of it is because of low pay, but a whole lot of it has to do with those teachers, the bad teachers, being protected by the teachers union. Why? Because they pay those dues, you see? So if they got rid of, can you imagine what would happen if they got rid of just 10% of bad teachers? What would happen? They'd lose a lot of money because it's a lot of bad teachers out there. Okay, I'm finna answer this question. I got a dummy question, so I'm gonna go ahead on and play dumb with him. So he say, this dude said, this dude or girl, whoever it is, how do we expect anyone to respect us as a people when we don't respect ourselves enough to stand together and stop killing each other and stop burning our stuff down and take it, you the problem, and take it, you the problem. Okay, let me explain something to you, dummy number one. All over the world, people kill their own. White people kill white people more than anybody kill white people. Black people kill black people more than anybody kill black people. Asians kill Asians more than anybody kill Asians. Hispanics kill Hispanics more than anybody kill Hispanics, because crime is about proximity, not color. You understand, dummy? I'm trying to teach you something. I told you, you're gonna come to Willie D Live, you're gonna learn something. So listen, dummy, I know you took your narrative from a white supremacist, because that's a white supremacist talking point when they say, well, we need to respect each other. If we don't respect each other, then nobody else will respect us. So how do you explain that the police respect white folks who kill each other? Because there's a whole lot of killing going on in the white community. A whole lot of white folks killing each other every day. Just because they're not doing drive-bys don't mean that they're not killing. Fool, watch the news. Fool, watch some of these crime shows. White folks be killing the hell out of white folks. And let's not talk about these mass murders that they commit. So white folks do a whole lot of killing in this country. They do a bunch of killing in this country. But the killing that they're gonna spook you with is the killing that black folks do. So, because what they do is they highlight their best as an example of their best. And they highlight our worst as an example of who we are. You understand what I'm saying? They'll highlight their best as an example of who they are, and highlight our worst as an example of who we are, right? So if you're a dummy like you are, you're gonna see something like that on TV and you'll fall for the Jedi trick. You'll be looking at it like, whatever they program, just program you just like that, dook, 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 and then you're gonna act accordingly, just like a lot of people that don't try to have an understanding. You just, you're just gonna be in dummy mode. You ain't gonna do no critical thinking. So common sense would tell you this, what I'm telling you right now, but since you don't have common sense, it's incumbent upon me to try to give you some, at least momentarily. I know it's gonna be hard to retain it, but for a moment, I'm gonna give you some common sense. Now, when you turn off the channel, I can't do nothing for you. But if you come over here, I'm gonna help you in the common sense department. Stop saying dumb shit like, how we gonna respect other people respect us and we don't respect? Let me tell you something, dummy. Black folks in this country, America, black folks could be the greatest people on earth. They could be the most nonviolent people ever. We could stop all the killing today. No black people kill no black people for the rest forever. We could stop it right now. And they would still be killing black folks because they have an agenda. It ain't about you, dummy. It ain't about black people's character. That ain't what it's about. It's not about black people we're killing black people because black people kill black people. Well, white people killing the hell out of white people. Why are they not killing the white people? I mean, like, I'm talking about, they kill white people, but I'm saying like disproportionately the way that they do black people. Why are they not treading on black folks' rights, white folks' rights? Why are they not harassing white folks to the extent that they are harassing black folks? Because they got the memo, they on code, dummy, dumb, they're on code, dummy. Y'all kill me with this. We respect us. We got to. You sound like Charles Barkley, Ray Lewis. We got to. They ain't gonna respect us until we respect ourselves. It's so many black people that's been gunned down by these white cops who respected themselves, who had respect in their communities, still got gunned down. You can't live for all black people, dummy. Stop trying to live for all black people. You get in your lane and do the best that you can. Stop worrying about what the next person doing. Help who you can help. But every last one of us, whatever we do, we stand on our own merit. When a white guy go out there and mass murders people, you know what they call him? They call him a lone wolf. They want you to know he's standing on his own merit. He did it by himself. I ain't got nothing to do with that. We, the white committee, ain't got nothing to do with him. And then what do they do also? Mental illness. Throw in the mental illness thing. Why? Because they don't want people thinking that they have these, the people, that their people are mentally, that their people are this way without having some type of mental condition. So they'll say, it's a mental condition. But if a black person do it, they're inherently bad. That's why they did it, because that's why he did it, because he's inherently bad. They don't even try to look into his childhood. Well, how was he raised? Well, what was his father? What was his relationship like with his mother? And what about his siblings? Was he bullied at school? What kind of medication was he on? How many times has he been to the doctor? Was he supposed to go to the doctor and he didn't? Did he miss an appointment? And that's why he killed 650 people? What happened? What happened? It had to be something that happened to make him this way. Dummy, do you not see the agenda? You dummy. Do you not see the agenda? Do you not see the agenda? Man, boy, I tell you, man, trying to communicate with some people on social media, you may as well be talking to a wall, because they don't get it. With all of this information out here, they don't get it. They're even on the information engine of the world, and they don't get it. They can just get on Google and just start Googling stuff, but they don't get it. Stop getting your information from mainstream media. Get on over here to Willie D Live so you can get the real. Now, I stayed on that more longer than I wanted to. I'm sorry, y'all, but they fired me up, man, with that old black on black crime stuff. And, we get it together. We stop killing each other. We'll get some respect. Dummy. Captain PY2. Obama gave more protection and rights to gays and police corruption during his time in office. Speaking of police corruption, after I shut this live down, I am going to be talking to a candidate for DA in Houston, candidate for district attorney. Adia Jones. She's going up against, I think it's like 6 people in the race. But this is very important. She is a progressive Democratic candidate for office. And she got some interesting things to say. I'm not going to let the cat out the bag. I'll wait till we start the broadcast. But I'll say about maybe after I end this broadcast, I'm going to give myself about 15 minutes, 10 to 15 minutes. And then I am going to have Adia on Willie D Live. And she's going to talk about not only her plan for Harris County, and Harris County is, Harris County covers Houston and surrounding areas. But not only her plan for Harris County, but the plan that she have, I think, in fact, I know could work around the country. And some of the other progressive prosecutors are already implementing that plan. So I know it can work. But, there are people out there who don't want to see that type of plan work because, why? They may just be out of work. Because there are people who profit from pain and suffering and long jail sentences, prosecution of petty crimes and stuff. People get paid. It's people that make millions of dollars off this stuff. So of course, you take away prosecution for petty crimes, then, you messing with their money. They ain't trying to have you messing with their money. Y'all let me know where you're coming in from, what city, what state. If y'all outside of the US, let me know what country. Linda Watkins, I see you, appreciate you. May Man says it's all about money. Julian from Florida. What's up, Julian? Mr. J says that's a dummy number 2. I see you, Mark Smith. Melanin Warrior. Ballet, New Jersey. Smash up the likes, family. Smash up the likes, smash up the likes. Put it in the face. What's up, Tony Diamonds, checking in from Virginia. Lady G from Jamaica. What's up, Lady G? Who was this in the super chat? Harold Williams, real talk. The media has people brainwashed and they play the race card. The most elections is where they do it to people that ain't aware. Oh yeah, man, they always working on them. They stay at it. Mainstream media stay at it, man. Don't be fooled by CNN. Just because they try to come off as liberal. Don't be fooled. They're trying to suppress that information, man. They don't want that information out there. Cassie J, exactly. Cognitive dissonance. Cognitive dissonance, exactly. Who was that? Jonestown, New Jersey, New York? Say it ain't so. If y'all know who that cop was in that video, let me know. I'll put a link in the description for y'all to check out the video yourselves. But this is one of the worst dudes out here, man. This is a prime example of a police officer stretching their authority. This is definitely abuse of power. And again, I employ the guys in the video to seek retribution. You know, get you some, you know, hit him in the pocket. Dude had his daughter in the back seat crying. Okay, this is what I'm talking about, man. Listen to your Sean Campbell. Listen to yourself. Hold on, let me see who just jumped in the chat. Street Strong, I see you. Appreciate you. Listen to yourself, Sean Campbell. I don't think this is racial profiling. The cop knows the girl and he sees black dudes coming out the house. The white cop got in his feelings about the girl possibly banging black dudes. I ain't gonna even like, I'm not gonna even spit. I'm done with that, man. I'm just, as real. Glad we got blacks like you using your platforms for speaking out for the blacks. Absolutely. Absolutely. So I see you, Carl Anderson, straight out of Connecticut. But that's it for me, fam. Y'all get ready for the video on my live on Adia Jones family. I know I bring a lot of videos and content to you guys, but I think you need to really pay attention to these DA races, because that's where it go down with these DAs and judges. The police can, it might be the first line of the introduction into the judicial system or whatever. They may be the ones to cuff you and all of that stuff, but them prosecutors and judges are going to determine how you judge, right? They're going to determine on how the system is going to deal with you. And this is why it's important that you pay attention to your local. I know people keep telling y'all, pay attention to your local politics. Pay attention to your local elections. We have an election in Houston tomorrow where we are going to be voting on in our primaries for a DA, a new DA. Who's going to be it? We have an incumbent who is pretty strong, but there are a number of people coming after her because they feel like she's not the right person for the job, and Adia Jones is one of those people. It is very important to have district attorneys in those offices. It is the most important law position in your city. District attorney, they determine who gets prosecuted and who doesn't. Understand what I'm saying? before you can even be judged. District attorney puts the weight on the grand jury to decide whether they're going to even indict or not. It's important that you know who's in those offices, who has that title of DA and what kind of person that person is. It's important that that person can relate to you. It's important that that person understands the issues that affect you and your community, and they're not just out there targeting your community. It's important. This conversation I'm about to have with Audia is one of the most important videos that I am going to have on this channel. So if you can check it out, please do yourself a favor, because I am guaranteeing you right now that it's going to be very informative and eye-opening. So in about 10 to 15 minutes, I'll be live with Audia Jones. Until next time, family, you ain't see me and I ain't see you. No more talk.